was feeling really bad, but I had to kind of like do my best. So after, I remember on Sunday, I called one of my friends that he has a big house because in my apartment I couldn't make the meeting. So I called one of my friends and said, hey, I need your help. And he said, for what? I said, I need his house. For what? I need to do a meeting. For what? You need to trust me, I need your house. And I asked him like, and he asked me, how many people is gonna be? I said, I don't know. I'm gonna invite people, maybe 15, 20, I don't know. So he allowed me to use his house. So when after I start driving to Dublin, and people start coming like by 8:30, and I had some things for them so they don't get mad until Alan appears. It was 9:30 and he was not there. And a lot of people start coming up, and I start get really stressed. So and after I called them, they said they were closed, and finally he came like almost 9:45, almost 10 p.m. So when he came with his good attitude, and I think we had like 30, 40 people there. And he did the presentation, and I didn't do anything because I didn't know. And at the end, I didn't even know I had to sign it, and I had to ask the 1,000. I was completely lost. But there were some outlines there, and they were trying to help me, kind of like, some of them, like some people signed, some of them I didn't, because I was feeling bad, kind of like, oh, don't tell my friends, like, I will do that later, because I didn't want my friends think that I would just get their money back, So I was feeling bad, because my friends, they wanted to buy actually some machines. So after that, Alan told me, okay, he will help me, because I think he saw I have the willingness to do things. And sometimes I feel really bad when we go to some meetings, and I don't think you guys are doing the effort to put a lot of people to do some things. And I tell my team now, because the truth is, I don't care what time it is Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, but if you put your efforts together, and if you change your attitude the way that you write, you can put people. So I really want that I would like to ask you to value when leaders are coming to your cities, because that's what I've been trying to do in Colombia. I tell my people, hey, Alan is gonna be here. How many people you are gonna put there, right? And we will really, because they say Alan is not gonna come from the United States, so you need to teach people how to invite, and you need to do your better effort, and you need to have goals. You need to have, if Alan is coming to your city, you need to have how many people you are going to put to this lunch, how many people we are going to put to this dinner. You cannot just expect the leader to come, and then you don't even know what is your goal for the people that you have to have. That's the truth. So please, try to do all the time to put goals. And then if you say, I'm going to put 100 people from Alan, and then if you have just 5 distributors, you have to tell each that they need to bring 20. I don't know what they are going to do. If they are going to bring the grandmother, the grandfather, the neighbors, if they are going to pick it up them. But if you want to do something big, you need to put a goal, and then you need to have to plan, and you need to just go for it. So that day, after that day, kind of like we became like more like he started putting me more attention, and that was like October, I think. We went to and then it was the convention, and then Alan told me, Patty, you need to come to convention. And I said, okay. And then he told me, you have to bring 25 people. That was my second meeting. And I said, 25 to convention? Oh my God, they have to pay the hotel and all the stuff. And I start thinking, no, I cannot tell my friends to go in the bus and to do this. I start putting things in my head, my friends, they are like whatever, they are realtors, but Alan told me, hey, you already have 4, sign up. I became executive in 3 days. And actually, I remember the day that I became executive, I went to Newport again, and I came back to my apartment, 2 blocks. The people came to my apartment, and actually they started helping me to do the orders, because I didn't even know that it was 4,400 pounds. Exactly. When people is new, the problem is you think that like they're supposed to know. But the truth is, when it's a new person, they don't even know about the ADR, about this, it's so many new things that people doesn't know. But thanks to God, I have to say they kind of like helped me to close my executive. that night, and then it was convention, October. So I had my Ford, and Alan told me, Patty, just tell your Ford to go to convention and tell them to bring at least each Ford like bring 5 or something. So I say okay. So I start telling them, like, because the truth is people will do what you do. And because it's like, how many of you will bring more people to the next expo? Please raise your hand. You want to be more expo, right? Because now you know. So because I went to the company, I knew that will change their vision of the company. So I started telling them, you know what? If we want to do like a big business, if you want good money, we need to go and see the company, because there is where you are going to learn with the big leaders and the big vision. And like 12 people from them copied me, and I went to 12 people to the company. I took, I was so funny. I hired a guy that will videotape everything professionally. Remember? I was kind of like crazy because I thought like, oh, I need to learn, so I brought a guy, I paid to get everything. Don't make those mistakes, okay? I just wanted like, I got like some money, so I was doing that. Like I brought this guy, like he was so professional to film everything. I never saw those videos anymore because it was so long, like 2-3 days. But we went there, and in the convention, like it was so many people that I couldn't even control the 12 or 13 that I have. But at the end of the convention, people start telling me, wow, Patty, you're gonna be Ruby. And I said, Ruby? That means that I had the 4. They said, Patty, you had like 26,000 points. Actually, that day I think I had like 14,000 points, but at the end of the month it was 26,000. All the people that I took to the convention, they ordered the 1,000 points. And actually, they started telling other people to do it, but at the end of the month, I had 26,000 points in my second month. So I remember Jim Heselton, started telling me, Patty, you are going to make a good check. And I said, really? 3,000 is a good check? He said, well, for me in real estate, I made more money. But when I received the check, it was $8,942. I will never forget that. So that's the other important part. If you want to keep your distributors, you need to make anything so they make money, so they will stay in the business. But in order to do that, you need to follow the system, because if they didn't they didn't invite me to the company, I will never sell the vision, I will never bring the other people, and I will never have those 25,000 points. And the truth is, in my second or third month, my check, will have been like 1,000 or 2,000. I will not be here because I was making more money in the real estate. But even though that, Alan told me, Patty, I know you're making money in the real estate, but that money is just one time, and every month you have to start from zero. And here you're gonna build this business 4 or 5 years, and then you will, if you don't want, I don't have to work. And that hit me like thinking like, oh yeah, he's right, this is different. So after that, it was November, December I went to Colombia, you know, that's the way that the Latinos are. I went to Colombia, and I didn't even want to do the demo because I thought it was like so difficult. Like my thinking is like at that moment, and like I was not good like doing things with like, I'm not good to do things with my hands, you know. So one time I went to their meeting on Tuesday, Newport Beach, and Alan told me, Patty, now you have to do the demo. Before I went to Colombia in December, yeah, I was already like 2 months in the business, and I was afraid to do that. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that because everybody's going to laugh at me in front because I will not produce results. I don't know how to handle this. And he told me, go in the front. And I'm like, no. And he put me in the front of that meeting, and he just told me, just follow the person that is next to you, what he's doing. And I'm like, okay. And I start following the person next to me. Like, really afraid, you know? But at the end, it looks like some difference, and I start being happy, like, oh, I can handle this. So when I went to Colombia, I told my sister, okay, we are going to bring this to Colombia, and you need to help me to put a lot of people in a meeting. So in December, I went there, and my beautiful sister put me like 20, 22 people in a meeting. So I went there and I started doing the demo with that, but myself. And it was my second demo or something like that. But I started doing that, and I like sometimes you have to be creative. Like the truth, I didn't see a lot of difference. But when I was looking the person from the back, it seems like I was looking the person like this. I saw some difference. So I told everybody to come from their chair, go into the back, and check the videos. So everybody started like, I said, did you see here and here and here? I said, oh yes. I was laughing because I didn't see any difference. But when I was looking the person from the back, I was like, okay. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. And the people told me, okay, we want the machines. I said, okay, but we don't have here. Like, the company is not open in Colombia. So in January, I came back and I said, Alan, you need to help me. Colombians love this. Let's go. So Alan told me, okay. And then I think we went like in February or the end of January. And when he said, okay, I called my sister and said, this leader, because he was not even like I was thinking like 7th generation. I say, this leader, that usually when he speaks is like 2,000, 1,000 people, because at that point that was the people that we have to use in the middle university, is coming to Colombia. And I said to my sister, you better like put in like, I don't know how many people, like if you have to talk with people that is under the rock, you have to do that, but you need to help me. And because when I asked Alan, he said he would like to come to my city. And my city is a small city, and people of the truth, they don't care about beauty. So because I thought he would come to the capital, to Bogota and Medellin, but he said no, he wanted to come to Pasto. And I told my sister, and I will call her like every day. Like, so how many people did you invite today? So why did you do that? No. So we came with Alan and said, Alan, you know, I'm sorry, this is a small city, people doesn't like a lot of beauty, but whatever, like my sister is doing the better effort. So when we came to Pasto, my sister put all my brothers, all my sister, all my cousins. They were in the registration. They talked to like, I don't know, with a like they didn't rent. They talked like with a chamber of commerce. They had like free rooms. I don't know what they say, who like Alan, like whatever, but they give those rooms for free. When we started going there, we had approximately how many people every 2 hours? Like 100 people every 2 hours. I was like, so I had so much respect for my sister. So we were like, oh my God. And now people were saying like, so where are the galvanics? So Alan told me, don't worry. The president said that he's gonna open Colombia in February. I'm like, okay. So we will come back in February, and people say, okay, we wanted to do it. Like Alan would bring some in the luggage or something, but we couldn't bring many. So, and now they say, oh, the company is gonna open, like president say, at the end of February, and say, oh, we are gonna open at the end of February. Nothing happened. March, the president said, oh, you're gonna open at the end of March. And we were like, okay. So at that point, first I was not doing points because how? I couldn't like, I was working more there and like I was coming here, and then I forgot of my 4 executives that I have here. I didn't put them through a system, I didn't do anything. So finally the Colombia market opened like almost on May, like April 28th. So the day that we were ready to open, we were the only ones been working it, but when a country opened, it's not easy. Like because all the finalists and all the people will come and try to open that country. And that day, that night, or the day before, or 2 days before, my sister told me, Patty, some people came from other country. And they went for one of our, because we couldn't sign people. When you open a new country, you cannot sign people because that's illegal. But some, I don't know, guy from nowhere, from another country, came to my city because he found out it was a lot of people. And the guy said that like that he can register them, like I was lying. He can register them, and he took all the information for all these people, and these people start getting confused, so start getting to the other line. And actually, the guy told them like the machines are not like $500, are less money. And my people started telling my sister that she was like stealing money from them. It was a math. So my sister started crying. It was a horrible thing. So sometimes when the country open, it happens something. But whatever. I don't want to say that bad, but it was